days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 65 yards. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Folk connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's Percy Harvin now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Minnesota. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. On 2nd and goal, Bradford. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly.
He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 78 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On for the extra point is Folk. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. These two teams all tied after 1. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Harvin. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for Minnesota. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. To the air again with Bradford. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. On 3rd and 1, here's Bradford. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
4 down. Check. Check number 6. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Herbert off of play action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Folk for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Trucks over it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had some.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. We'll tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Here's Harvin.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go. Do it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard, so 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do, keep churning out first downs.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
I got you, son. Hey, what's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. On for the extra point is Folk. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's Harvin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Let's go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer John Lynch. And the return this time.
Oh.